In this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how you can add $5,000 to $30,000 in new MRR to your agency or B2B software in 90 days or less. Now, all we're doing here is we're using LinkedIn outbound campaigns. I'll go ahead and show you guys my performance metrics. That way you guys can see. This one up here is the first campaign or most recent campaign that we have launched. It's me and my setter, Sebastian. Shout out to Sebastian if you're watching this, dude. We launched this last night yesterday around 4 p.m. So right now it's 10 a.m. the next day. And we are just now starting to get out connects and get out messages. Now, let me show you guys kind of how this stuff actually works on HeyReach. You guys maybe have seen this before, but for those of you guys that haven't, my name is Patrick Thomason. I run a multi-six-figure marketing agency. I help out software companies and specific B2B software companies book out demos. Okay, we build out LinkedIn outbound campaigns just like this one, and we book calls. Okay, so specifically for me, obviously, I am outreaching to custom development software. So I'm a marketing agency, and I want to reach out to these guys on LinkedIn, and I'll show you guys a message that we're using. This is actually the first time I ever revealed a specific message in my YouTube channel. Okay, the message is very simple. It's thanks for connecting. I've been helping custom dev shops quietly land 50 to 250K plus projects with a simple outbound system. Just put together a quick breakdown, showing how we did it. Mind if I send it over? Okay, I'm not going to show you the rest of the messages or anything else like that, or anything on my LinkedIn, just because that all stuff kind of goes into strategy, and it's kind of my secret sauce. Obviously, if you want to learn more, you can DM me to work with me down below. You can hit me up on Instagram and see if it's a good fit, things like that. So more importantly, what we're doing here is we are making sure that we're sending a blank connection request. You don't want to use any AI personalization or anything like that. People get turned off whenever they go in their LinkedIn account and they click on my network, and they see like 50 people connect with them saying, hey Josh, or hey Patrick, or hey this, hey that, I just saw you. It looks like you're pitching off the bat, right? Like Lewis, if he were to pitch me, which he probably will, I still accept it because it's a blank connection request. Okay, at least he got his foot in the door in that sense. All right. So this is a campaign that we're running for custom development software. I want to show you guys this, break down this video because it's extremely important that you guys understand why we're doing this. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because if you run a marketing agency that helps businesses, so you're B2B, okay, or you have a software that's B2B, in other words, you sell to other businesses, you need to be able to source quality decision makers. They're not on Meta ads. They're not on Facebook ads. You will spend a lot of money. Your cost per lead will jump through the roof if you are not targeting these decision makers and just scraping a list, as you can see here, of 5,000, fintech, head of growth or head of marketing or decision makers, basically. Okay. When we source decision makers, I have a very specific way I do it in HeyReach. It's here under the lead list way. You'll go over here, you'll click add leads, okay? And you have multiple different ways to do it. All of these are right, none of them are wrong, but it's how you go about this entire lead sourcing process that's going to make the difference in your campaign. It's going to take you either from a 0% connection rate, which we have on this campaign because we just launched it, to which I'll show you down here, a 10, 20, 30, and even 40% connection acceptance rate. So I'll go over here as this screen loads. But we use clay tables to personalize data. This is mainly for the done for you clients. The done with you clients I just kind of have on School. I say, hey, look, if you want to learn this exact system, you can DM me. Obviously, it's down below. And then I'll give you access to Done With You. The entire course module will have weekly calls, and I just share what I'm doing that week with my own LinkedIn and HeyReach. You get the exact infrastructure of how we do it. It's a couple $1,000s. So it's pretty much a couple $1,000s for the guarantee of earning, $5,000 to $30,000 in new MRR. So that's every single month is recurring revenue in 90 days or less. All right. So we're sourcing decision makers. We're using that data to actually personalize before sending. And the most important part is we're aiming for a 30% plus connection acceptance rate. And we are aiming for 30 personalized outreaches per day. Okay. We have multiple sending accounts. So if you're a done for you client, I have sourced done for you sender accounts. I have a lot of people that come inbound from this YouTube channel. Last video, we had like 10 setters hit me up saying they wanted to set. Okay. I can show you my DMs and things like that. But as you can tell here, 0% connection acceptance rate. We just launched it with other agency owners. I was doing a test on the first one that we did about 10 or 11 days ago. About 70 people, 70% connection acceptance rate, and an over 50% message reply rate. It's by far one of my best campaigns. Okay, and obviously with software, we stopped this one a while ago. And this one was a 24% connection acceptance rate and a 13% message reply rate. Obviously, I tell my clients to aim for 30 and 30 above, at least 30%, at least 30%. Here we killed it, here we're below. So you had to tweak it. What you'll figure out is that when you're actually launching these campaigns on HeyReach, what tends to happen is you'll get your metrics off the bat. So you'll see from day one how many people are accepting, okay? But there'll be somewhat of a compound effect whenever you begin to actually send out messages, because the previous connects already had 2 or 3 days to connect back with you. And so people that you connected with, less than a week ago are just now starting to connect back with you 3, 4, or 5 days after you launched the initial campaign. So now you're getting some traction and it kind of compounds. So as each day goes on, your metrics tend to get a little bit better. That's kind of the cool thing about outreach. It ramps up and it compounds, all right, just like content. But if you stop, compounding effect stops, obviously. We all know that. So the biggest thing here is that if you DM me down below using any of the links or any of the comment sections, what I'll do is I'll have a conversation with the DMs. I'll go through how exactly this kind of can work in your business. If you're interested in anything about the system, obviously your account's not going to get banned with HeyReach. They have very safe sender limits and make sure nothing's going to go wrong with it. We'll have a little conversation in the DMs. I'll basically tell you here's how we do phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. I kind of walk you through it. I show you what it looks like to partner up on school and everything, and for me to help you out. Obviously, we have a Slack channel and things like that. I'm not pushing the info product at all anymore because I really just want to focus on building out my agency, if I'm being completely honest. The info product is already built, and I am solely focused on building out my agency. I do not want to really do anything else. But those that come inbound to me from YouTube, I'm taking on probably like a lot less people than I would normally. I normally take on like 10 or 20 info clients a month. Now I'll probably take on like 5 or even less than that. So that being said, I'm not pushing info too hard. I'm just kind of documenting on this YouTube channel through Looms what I'm doing daily with my agency. So there's a reason why there were almost as many connections accepted as there was sent. And part of the reason why is because I sourced a very specific lead list that was active on LinkedIn within the past 30 days. In Sales Navigator, you can obviously make out some of those filters so they can do that for you as well. And just for some reference, because I know a lot of you guys are running your own marketing agency who watch this YouTube channel, I just kind of wanted to show you my personal deliverables. I have a Google Doc going over the deliverables and pricing of how I do things. I would normally have, who's this best for and the exact tangible deliverables of what they get. 3 to 5 done for you sending accounts, done for you campaign creation launches, done for you response management to booked call, done for you setters sourced for your outreach. Obviously you get access to the backend modules, then regular scripting updates and AI messaging prompts. That's all for the done for you clients. And obviously the result, the guarantee, is $5,000 to $30,000 in new MRR added to your offer in 90 days. Okay, so that's the result. It is a money back guaranteed result if everything is followed, obviously. And with that being said, that's pretty much how I run my marketing agency. A lot of you guys have been asking me how I do outreach. Obviously, I have quite a few leads that come inbound from YouTube itself. I will say a lot of my leads come inbound from YouTube, but I will say probably about 50% of them 50% of the agency leads, 50 to 60 will come from HeyReach, and then 30-40% will come from YouTube. As far as the info product goes, like 90% come from YouTube, and 10% are probably just other sources, I guess, and things like that. So that being said, you guys, this is kind of me being fully transparent as to how I would add this MRR. Obviously, I bought the domain createmrr.com just so I can teach MRR and things like that on YouTube and everything like that. So that being said, you guys, that's kind of the end of the video. It's exactly how I do it. And I just want to give you a little breakdown as to how this works. All right, peace.